Hi, how are you today? Great, me too, thank you. So I understand you made a new friend recently and they invited you to a Shabbat dinner? That's really exciting. And so you want some help with doing some makeup and maybe picking out a headscarf or a tichel like what I'm wearing? Sure, I'd love to help with that. I have a lot of tichels. I love letting people use them for special occasions and it's fun to do makeup, so I'd love to help. So I think we'll start by picking out a tichel. That way we can have your hair back and out of your face, and then we can do the makeup. Okay. So I have a bunch of tichels here. I'll show them all to you. You can pick out a few if you'd like, and we can try them on and then pick from there. So this one, it's one of my favorites. It's very sparkly, but I will say I do usually wear it only for special occasions like weddings and just very special events, just because I think it is a little fancy. Sometimes I'm worried it's too fancy and no one else will be dressed up as nice, but I do really like it a lot. It does look really nice in the light, the way it sparkles. So this is definitely an option if you like. And it is a rectangular one. I'll try to open it up a little bit for you. So it's rectangular, so you can kind of wear it like the one I'm wearing right now is a rectangular one. You can have a knot and have the tails down. You can also have it up entirely. It's up to you, but that's one. So I'll put that to the side for now. The next one I have is a little more casual, but this is also one of my favorites, probably my favorite casual one. I just think it's a really unique tichel. I haven't seen any like it before. It has so many colors in it that you can wear a lot of different outfits. You know, I really like to wear it when I'm wearing like yellows and greens, but you know, there's a lot of reds and blues in here, so it could go with blue and red. It could go with a lot of colors, really. I just notice yellows and greens and browns a lot. I feel like it complements it the most. And this is a square tichel. I personally prefer the square ones. I think they're easier to fold and wrap around. And this one's pretty breathable. It's pretty see-through, so if I open it up for you, I don't know if you can see through it entirely, but it is actually pretty thin. And so that's another one. I'll put that one away for now as well. This other one, it's another square one. I got it from the same company, and it actually has a gradient effect. So it starts with like this light red, and it gets kind of darker until it gets to this very dark color. So it somehow goes from this light to this dark in a gradient effect. Yeah. I think out of all the tichels I have, this might be my least favorite. It is definitely neat and it does go with certain outfits, so I do like to wear it, but it's just not the one I'm most excited about when I'm picking one out. But I do use it from time to time. It is also very lightweight and breathable, so it's pretty comfortable and it's square. Okay, that's a pretty good representation of the gradient. Yeah, it's nice. This one is really sentimental to me. It's the first tichel I ever got. It's got a really cool design to it. There's oranges, there's like creamy, khaki, white, and brown colors, and there's like this green color here. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. It's a really nice casual one. It goes with a lot of different outfits because it's such neutral tones. The browns and the creams are really neutral. And even the oranges and greens, even though those are less neutral, I think they kind of just go with most outfits, at least most casual outfits. And this is a square tichel, and it's very thin, it's very lightweight, it's very breathable. I really like this one a lot. Okay, yeah. I think this is one of the more beautiful tichels that I own. I don't wear it too often, and the only reason is because the material is very slick and slippery. It's not silk or satin. I think it's some other kind of synthetic material, but it feels like satin. It's very pretty, it's shiny. It has this whole design on it that kind of looks like a tree or a tree branch. Let me see if I can show you the whole thing. So I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, I think it's just, I really like the dark blue and the golds. I think it's very fancy without being too fancy. You know, that first tichel I showed you, I only wear for special occasions. This one, although I think it is kind of fancy, I feel like it's a little less formal, and so I feel a little more comfortable wearing it in more casual settings. Yeah, you like this one too. It's definitely a top contender, I would say. It makes a statement. You'll definitely probably get compliments with it. It's also square, and you can wear it with the tails, or sometimes I kind of wrap it up into a knot at the top. I just find that style seems to work better, wrapping it up in a knot, because of the slippery material. It stays better in that position than one with the tails. So that's the only thing I would say. Okay, so you definitely want to try this one on, and then let me see. You wanted to try this one on too? Okay. And you don't want this one, but you agree it is very nice and fancy. We can maybe put it on you anyways, just to see how it looks, you know, why not? We'll do that one first, and then we'll pick between the other two. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this around you. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, so I have the tail coming out here. It does look really nice on you. Okay, yeah, we'll take it off, but I'm glad you got to try it on. If you're ever going to a special occasion, let me know. I'd be happy to let you borrow this. Okay, we'll take it off. Okay. So now it's between these two. Okay, we'll try this one on first. Sure. And do you want it with like two tails? Okay, that's how I usually wear it as well. Let me fold it into a half triangle here. Okay. Here we go, we've got the two tails. And what do you think? It does look really nice. Is this the outfit that you're wearing tonight? Okay. Yeah, you definitely could wear it with this outfit. It does look really nice. It's comfortable. I agree. Yeah, those ones tend to be comfortable. Okay, and you still want to try this one on though? Yeah, I get it. It's really pretty. All right, let's take this one off of you. one. Do you want to try the updo where it doesn't have tails, it's just knotted at the top? Just because I think that one, it's gonna last longest. You won't be worried about it slipping and coming undone. Okay, sure. So we'll start the same way. We'll fold it in half into a triangle. And so instead of having it start at the top, we actually start it from the back. Let me do this one. So let me just throw that over. Yeah, so we have that just hang in the front for a minute. I'm gonna tie the two tails up top. I'm gonna take this part and I'm gonna tuck it in and then tie the tails on top, pull them through, and then we tuck them into the sides. Okay. Oh, that looks really nice. And it definitely goes with your outfit. Take a look. Yeah. What do you think? This one's a winner? I agree. And it'll make a great first impression for your first Shabbat with this person. So I'm excited for you. I'm sure you'll get compliments on it. I'm glad we could pick out something. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to makeup. Great. All right. So I've got my bag here of makeup. You can see some of it. Okay. Now let's just start with a light CC cream. I think CC creams are, I kind of prefer them over foundation. I think maybe they're a little bit lighter. They get the job done. I try to get ones that have an SPF in them. Not that these should replace sunscreen, but it's just a little extra protection. Okay, so I'm gonna dab some on your face. Okay. I'm gonna get your cheek. Put a little bit more on the other cheek. Get down to the chin. Have your nose. And then the forehead. Okay, now let me just, I'm gonna close this up and then I'm gonna blend that in a little better. Okay. Yeah, I find having makeup applied to me is very relaxing too. So I'm glad this can relax you. And so now, do you want to do a little bit of contouring? That's why I did a little bit of. Sure, okay. So I have this new 2-in-1 stick that I like to use. So let's start with the darker side. And so I'm gonna put it kind of like on your cheeks, right at the cheekbone, and then a little bit down here where your neck and your jawline meet, okay? Okay, so while I'm doing this, why don't you tell me about this new friend we made? Oh, that's great. They sound like they could be a really good friend to have. And the fact that they invited you to Shabbat, that's a really great sign. I think they really want to be friends with you. Okay, so I'm gonna blend that in before we use the other side of the contour stick. So I have this little brush. It's a cute little brush. I like to use it for blending that in on the cheeks. So I'm just gonna do it, you know, blend it in and blend in here. Okay. but I'm doing like an upward motion. I'm going upwards like that. Okay. It's pretty good. Great. And now I'm going to do underneath. Okay. Now we've got the other side. This is like a highlight. It's shimmery. It's very subtle. It doesn't show too much, but it adds a little shimmer. And so I'm going to apply that right up here, and a little here, here and here, and a little bit on the nose too. Okay. So we got the cheek, underneath, the other cheek, underneath, and the nose. I hear more planes going overhead. Okay, I'm gonna rub that in with my hands. I find that for the shimmer, it blends in pretty easily with my hands. Okay. Can't forget the nose. You know what, we'll do a little bit on the forehead too. I think that'll be nice. Okay. Just gonna close this. And we'll just rub that in. Okay. Great, it's really already coming together. It's funny how just a few items can just add a nice little touch. Not that you need makeup, it's just fun to wear, especially for special occasions. Okay, so I usually like to either, after all that's said, do a really natural eye and then kind of a noticeable lip color, or I do the opposite. I kind of keep the lips nude, maybe no makeup, and then I do something more with the eyes. What are you thinking? You know what, that's a good point. A Shabbat dinner, these lipsticks usually stay on pretty well, but you don't want to be worried about that while you're eating a bunch of delicious challah and whatever else they're planning. Sure, okay, so I think we'll leave the lips alone and we'll just do some eye makeup. So I'm gonna start with a primer. I always like the idea of a primer. It makes me think of painting. You have to put a primer on before you paint furniture usually. And when you're painting your eyes, you have to put on a primer. Okay. So, I'm going to, if you want to just close your eyes, great. Just applying this to the lid, the other side. And I'm gonna rub that in. Just keep your eyes closed. Okay, I'm gonna rub them in. Great, I'm gonna go to the other side. Okay, yeah. All right, let's pick out a shade. So I have 3 options, although we can combine them a little. So I have this one. Let me open it up. It's probably the most subtle shade. It's called Desire. It's got like a really light mauve. No, I wouldn't even say mauve. It's like somewhere in between brown and mauve, but it's very light. It's very subtle. So that's one option, especially if you want to go with something more subtle. I have this one called Cold Brew. It's definitely a darker color. When you put it on, you can make it dramatic, or you can make it a little less dramatic. So this is definitely a middle of the road option if you want something a little less than that natural look, something a little more noticeable, but not, you know, not too intense. We can definitely do that. So this next one, you can either use it on its own completely, or You can put it on top of one of the colors we choose. It's called Fine Pearl, and it's sort of like a champagne colored shimmer, and so when you apply it, it's just very shimmery. Not a lot of actual pigment will show, but the shimmers will definitely show. And so we can just add this on if you'd like and just have a nice nude shimmery look, or we can choose one of those colors, and if you want we can add this on top. What are you thinking? Okay, so you're thinking the kind of like that first one I showed you, this this one that I said is not too dramatic, and then you want to add the shimmer on top. I think that's a great idea. I think they'll go well together. This will be pretty subtle, and then this will just add a little extra pop to it. Okay, so I have this little brush. Just going to, okay, if you want to close your eyes again. Okay. Great. Okay. Just a little bit more. Okay. All right. And then I find sometimes I use my finger for applying the shimmer, but I think I'll use the brush. So I'm just gonna, okay, if you want to close your eyes again. Okay, I'm just gonna go over one more time on both. Open your eyes. Yeah, that does look really nice. Okay, so now we can do eyeliner or just add some mascara. What are you thinking? Just some mascara? Okay, yeah, I get it. Sometimes I like to wear eyeliner, but sometimes I'm not really feeling that dramatic of a look. Sometimes I want it to look a little more natural, a little more subtle, I guess is the right word. So I have this mascara, and so we'll just end with that. If you just want to open your eyes and look up. Okay, so I'm gonna get this eye, and I'm gonna get the other eye. I'm gonna get the lower lashes just a little. Yeah, we'll do one more coat of the top layers. Okay. Yep, look up. Great. Okay. Okay. You look fantastic. You're gonna look really great for this Shabbat dinner. Do you feel good? That's great. Yeah, you seem to be beaming. Actually, you look really happy. I'm really excited for you. You'll have to let me know how the Shabbat dinner goes. Of course, I was happy to help you with this. Okay. I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, thank you for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I think sometimes it's fun to do little role plays and feel like someone's helping you get ready for something, get a little personal attention. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get my channel to grow. I really enjoy making ASMR and sometimes bringing a Jewish influence to it. And so if you subscribe, that can really help the channel grow. Thank you very much and have a good night. Tada Rabah. Laila Tov.